questions or comments. Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Bean here. It is December 17th, 2023. It's 10:05 p.m. Eastern, 7:05 Pacific, out here in Santa Cruz, California. And joining me tonight is Eddie and Kaitlin of the band Plastic Culture. So let me just let our Facebook friends in here really quickly. Facebook makes me edit the audience, which is kind of weird, but there we go. Okay, Facebook is in the house. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. So let's do this. Let's talk to Eddie and Kaitlin from Plastic Culture. Here we go.
Ready?
Ready.
Hi, this is Andy Summers, and you're watching Johnny Bean TV.
Thank you, Andy Summers. You guys ever seen him?
Yeah.
Not live, unfortunately, but we know who he is.
Yeah. Big fans of his.
Oh, right on. Right on. I was thinking maybe, because I was listening to some of your stuff and I thought maybe there's probably an influence in there somewhere, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Right on. Well, hey, Plastic Culture is here. Eddie and Kaitlin.
What's up? Thank you. Thank you for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And you guys, if this is your first time here, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 11,000 YouTube subscribers. We're literally like 10 away. So I think we can probably do it. But really quickly, let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Bean YouTube channel membership. It's an awesome way to help support the channel and support these shows. The top tier are the executive producers, and they are currently Sherman Callahan, Michael B. Live, CC, Nova 9, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, Arhabs, Warlag, Patty Dill, Fairfield Guitar Co., Majestic PB and J-Cat, Guitarman 45, and Janice Lala. Those are the top tier of channel members. And again, consider becoming a channel member to help support the channel and these shows. We're here on YouTube. We're also live on Facebook, Johnny Bean page. We got Facebook stars. We're basically everywhere. Everywhere there is, we are there. So eventually we'll be live on all those places. Eventually we'll have a satellite up in the air, broadcasting these shows we are worldwide, galaxy wide, I guess. That's the goal. So Plastic Culture, let's start. Eddie and Kaitlin, how did you meet?
You want to go first?
You can go ahead and take that. Yeah.
So it was weird. So it's funny, like, I think around 2014, I was playing in another band and I was going to school and working full time. And that all just like went down the drain. Like, we broke up and I was going to quit playing music, but like I had a hunch in me that like I still wanted to do some stuff. So I put up an ad on Craigslist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was playing with this like cover band at the time down the street, not too far from my house.
Side project,
yeah. And the drummer hit me up. I just put like guitarist, kind of like wanting to like try different stuff, kind of branch out and like test myself a little, right? So he reached out to me. I went over, I think like the week after that, and funny story, I brought all my shit, but I forgot to bring my cables. So she was like, what the hell? Who's this guy that's got all these like pedals and like amps and like guitars? Like, you got all those freaking cables. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. So, well, Eddie, how long have you been playing the guitar?
Oh, man, I've been playing since I was in middle school, so probably like fucking 15 years now.
Cool, man. I can't even tell you how long I've been playing. Probably double that. Actually, or maybe triple that. I don't know. But you got some nice guitars behind you, by the way.
Thanks, man.
And so Kaitlin, when did you start singing?
It's kind of funny. My like whole family is pretty musically inclined. So it's funny. I just said this today in another interview. I was like, the first time I sang in front of like an audience, I was like 5 years old at my preschool graduation. So I've kind of always just been singing and been doing stuff. The first song I recorded on, I was like 7, because of my brother.
Mhm.
He was in a band. But yeah, it's been kind of like my whole life, I guess. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So you were in a cover band?
It was like a band that yes and no, because like we didn't play shows, so it was honestly for me it was just something to like keep up my chops, and I love to like sing songs that I love, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
we never played anywhere, we never did anything, but the guy was like, it was like his dad was in the band as well. He was the bass player, and they really liked me. I liked them too. They were nice people, and they asked me if I could be in it because they knew I was in plastic culture doing my own thing. But I was in the middle of looking for a guitarist, like a new one, because I just, you know, went separate with my other one. So that's where, like he said, that's where I met this guy.
I didn't know what we were gonna do when we first met, so I kind of just like was learning the songs there and then. But we just had a free jam. I've always been pretty cool with improvising on the spot, and I liked her voice. I was like, as soon as I heard her like sing, I was like, oh man, she's really good. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
yeah, and we started jamming, and like we knew, I guess she felt like, yeah, you know what, this is it right here, you know. So,
Yeah, I like we were just randomly, I was just like, hey, do something like a psychedelic vibe, like do something like that. And he just started doing some cool stuff, and I just started like freestyling over there. And that's when I was like, okay, I think we're a good little fit, you know. And we just went from there.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And that was like
Cool.
2015. So
yeah, 2015.
that was kind of a while ago now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So did you guys start? Did you start like? Did you try learning some covers at first, and then try writing your own stuff?
I had some stuff that was like bare boned, like it only had the bones, like the song. Yeah, by the bones I mean like it just had rhythm guitar and vocals. That's it, you know. And I showed it to him. He had some songs too, and we kind of just put our own flavors on it, and that's what's out right now.
We had our own originals,
the first 4
pretty much.
Yeah. So we had our own originals. I do covers just because I like only some. We'll only throw like 2 in a set or something like that. But just because I love those songs and I'm a fan.
And they're crowd pleasers
and
too,
they are
know?
luckily crowd pleasers. So yeah, it works.
There you go. Oh yeah, it's always good especially if you're doing original stuff. If you want to do the original thing, which I think most serious musicians, that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
You got to throw in some covers that the audience, you know, kind of knows, because they might not know your stuff, you know, if you got new people, but they'll know like you know, a good cover here and there, and you can change it up a little bit and make it more your style.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good way to relate to the audience too. You kind of get a little taste of like, oh, they like that music too. They like that song. They like that band, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So who are some bands that you guys listen to?
You want to go first?
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I mean, pick a decade.
Yeah.
1930s.
Ah, shit. You got me there, dude.
We kind of grew up at like the end of the 90s, early 2000s. So I grew up, and so did he, with like a lot of Rage, System of a Down. I love Sublime, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, all the 90s bands, like that was like our bread and butter. But when I grew up, when he grew up too, like a little bit older, like 18, 19, we found like a little bit younger than that too, like The Doors and Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and 60s Donovan type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so we dove into that stuff for a little bit. But I guess where we grew up with like the 90s, it's just so much. We listen to so many different bands. It's hard, you know? Yeah. Korn too.
It's one of my favorite. They're the ones that started it for me pretty much. But
Pantera.
I used to get like, I don't know if you remember, like all the different like metal magazines and like Circus and like
I was just talking about, I do Twitch. We're live on Twitch, by the way. I do a lot of Twitch gaming streams as well. And I think every night I'm like playing GTA and Red Dead and all these games and stuff. And I was actually just doing a stream earlier today, and I was talking to the chat something about those 80s magazines like Metal Edge, Circus. Like before there was any internet, that's how you got your info on your favorite bands.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So I'd get like those and like Revolver and a bunch of different ones, and all the same bands that she grew up with. But I went a little harder, I guess, like in my later teens, and kind of got into like thrash metal for a second, and then into death metal, and then I always read up on just different like bands, and I remember reading an article. It was like 4 albums that you must have or something like from the '70s, and it was like the first Black Sabbath album. It was the first, not the first Pink Floyd one. It was
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
It was Deep Purple, Machine Head, and I forget what the last one was, but that kind of honestly like sparked my interest more in classic rock and like '60s and '70s music. Like I listened to some from the '80s as well, but it was cool because I kind of went like backwards in a way where I was like, who inspired the people that I like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then started reading into them and checking out their stuff, and then kind of just learning more and more, and like really falling in love with like '60s, '70s psychedelic, hard acid rock type stuff, you know?
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
I fell hard for that stuff in like my like early adult years. I was like obsessed with it for a while.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, music is, I mean, it's such a great thing, especially if you're a musician and you play. I mean, there's so many different things to choose from and to be inspired from, you know, when you write your own stuff or, you know, as far as what you want your music to be, you know, the look, you know, I can see your guitars back there, and I can definitely see like, you know, the '60s thing with the, looks like an SG,
hmm
Yeah.
you got a Strat
That's
there. Yeah. Oh, those are awesome.
the
Those are awesome.
Like
Awesome
guild.
guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the only influence. It's just like it's really just a bunch of different stuff, you know, like really from like anything '60s to like late '90s, really, I
Mhm.
guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to keep
Yeah.
an open mind, and if there's something that's new that catches my interest or catches my ear, I'll give it a shot, you know?
Mm-hmm. So do you find yourself being inspired by like, let's say you hear a song on the radio and you're not really digging the song, but you like the production, or you like the sound, or like an effect used on the vocal or something. Do you get inspired
All the
like
time.
that
I
as
mean,
well?
it was funny. We came back from the grocery store like last week, right? And some of the neighbors down the street were playing like some Spanish music, and there was some cool little effect on the guitar. It's something we never really do, but it's like, man, that sounds kind of cool. Like you can get inspiration from anywhere, man. To be real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So with your music, do you write together?
Yeah, we do. And
Yeah.
sometimes, usually, he'll come with like a rhythm or something, or like an idea, like, hey, what do you think of this? And oh, that's great, and we'll just build on that, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you know you demo it. These days, demos are so easy to do if you have, you know, GarageBand on your laptop or even on an iPhone. You can just record stuff.
I guess we do like old school way, because we got a I love Steve Arnett, shout out to Steve. He is in Redondo Beach, and he has like we love him, and we love the studio and what they give us, but it's called Total Access, right?
Yeah. Total Access.
Yeah,
Recording.
and like Sublime is recorded their biggest album, No Doubt, Black Sabbath, Ronnie James Dio, just like a bunch of
Heaven and Hell.
Van Morrison, just like a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
huge people, and it's just they're great people there. And
Pennywise.
anyway, yeah, I love the production we get, and I love the way he works with us. So we go to him. We do scratch tracks with him, and then we do our song.
Like GarageBand and all that is cool. I think if, like you said, you want to get a demo
Yeah,
and kind of
yeah.
like
a scratch track, really.
like a scratch
Yeah.
track of what you really want, and then kind of perfect it. And
Mhm.
I think if you want to take your music to the next level or be kind of like a little bit more serious, I think it's always good to go into like a studio or somebody that knows what they're doing, you know?
Yeah, like knows how to record, where to place the mics and whatnot.
Master and
Yeah.
mix, all that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's always good to get an outside ear on what it is you're doing. You know, you want to go to a professional. Yeah, I was in a band really quickly. I was in a band years ago, and our manager was this guy named Desmond Child, who's a songwriter. And maybe, you know, if you don't know his name, you'll know his songs.
Mhm.
Right.
You'll know like Bon Jovi, you give love a bad name,
Yeah.
living on a prayer.
Yeah.
Those are two of his songs. Aerosmith, dude looks like a lady. You know, it's
wow.
countless stuff. Yeah. So anyway, so I was actually living in the guy's house, and I was doing guitars for. We were in this band, and you know, working with the pro, with engineers, with producers, you get feedback that maybe you didn't think of. So it's always good. You know, it can be always good to go out and get outside help with what it is you're doing. But the more you do, the better you get, and you can start doing that stuff yourself too.
True.
Yeah, absolutely.
Start learning,
So,
watching what they're doing while they're, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, especially these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has like a home studio. Everybody's an Instagram photographer, you know. Yeah. By the way, this is a podcast. We're on Spotify right now. Are you guys on Spotify?
We
probably,
are.
You probably are. Yeah.
We had a pretty good year this year
Mhm.
with our. Did you do your Wrapped this year? Spotify Wrapped artist or Wrapped?
I have like one listener on Spotify for my music. For the podcast, it's a different. For the show, it's a different story. For my original stuff, I got nothing going on there, so I didn't even bother. But
I don't blame you.
but I do know there is the recap, and yeah, I logged in there and it went to like all these different pages of like, hey, this is a great year for you. This.
Yeah, it does all
Yeah.
that.
I've seen that. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was cool. Well, that's awesome because I know with streaming, you know, because I mean, I hate to say it, but nobody, you know, people they don't buy music anymore; they steal it. You know, it's not,
Yeah, they do.
not that we're doing that. We don't do that, but you know, it's tough. It's tough getting your music out there. So you kind of to have something like Spotify or even YouTube, wherever where you can stream your music, where you can get it out there to people, you know, get them to the shows, and then you kind of give them a taste of what it is you're doing, and then really a lot of it, well, you guys know this, is like merchandise
Yeah.
at the shows, T-shirts.
Yeah, it's
You know.
really playing shows and merch, like you said.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So really quickly, let's say hi to some people here. We got some people watching us tonight. We got Ron Gunner. What's up, man? We got Dwight Bailey. We got Dan Gorman. We got Keith H. We got Ryan Fraley. Let's see. We got Janice Lala. We got Lewis. Let's keep going. By the way, you guys, if you see Nightbot spamming links in the chat, that's me. And those are affiliate links with Sweetwater, so you can trust those links. Let's see. We got Chris King. Cool, Johnny, the satellite. That's the shit. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris King. He's in Australia right now watching us, actually.
Wow.
Whoa.
So eventually, there'll be the Johnny Bean TV satellite broadcasting these shows, you know, to other
Good
planets.
question. For
Yes.
Chris, are you going to go to Mona Foma?
Where's that?
It's Australia.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chris.
actually,
It's a big festival put together by the basis of the Violent Femmes.
yeah,
oh, cool.
who are great guys.
Cool. Right on. Let's see. Yeah, we got Music Therapy Laz doing great, he says. Yeah, there we go. What's up, you guys? Let's see. Amiga rules. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, everybody in the chat, if you're watching us live, let us know in the chat where you're watching from. I'm in Santa Cruz, California. Where are you guys based at?
We're in Orange County, LA. We're in a city where it's literally in the middle of both. It's
Yeah.
like right next to a city called Cypress, if you've ever heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
The next to
Oh,
Los-
yeah.
Yeah.
I know Cypress. Yeah, actually, I live up here, but I listen to, do you know KFI AM 640, the radio station?
Yeah, it's out of Long Beach, isn't it? Or no?
Yeah, it's down there. So I'm always hearing about the Cypress Freeway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All like all the accidents and all the craziness going on down there. You know,
Yeah.
I'm always hearing about that. On the Cypress, yeah, all the time.
Thank you, music therapy. I didn't get it went away. I'm sorry. But yeah,
Music
no.
Therapy Lab.
It went away.
There we go. I got it.
Music Therapy Laz.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. That show was freaking awesome.
It was amazing.
And they're great dudes. They invited us backstage because they came back in LA to the Novo.
Mhm.
And it was just really cool. We just got to see them and chill and not play a show, but just chill with them.
Yeah.
So the
Mhm.
bass player, Brian Ritchie,
Brian
invited
Ritchie.
us. Such cool dudes, though. Yeah, but it was the show that we did with them at Santa Fe. Such a fun show. Sold out.
Sold out over
Over
55. 55.
Over 55,000 people. We were
No,
stoked.
100. Shit, can you imagine?
Yeah.
5,500.
No, man. That'd be sick though. That'd be
Yeah,
like
that
so
would.
much.
It feels like, well, it can feel like it, yeah. I mean, we got 55,000 people watching us right now. I mean, it seems like 30, but yeah. No, once I get that satellite going, you know, we'll be broadcasting the show everywhere, and you guys will have to come back when we're broadcasting to other planets, because we'll have to get you guys on tour to Mars, you know.
Also, I got to shout out somebody and give them love for complimenting my gold strap. Thank you. I can't see it anymore because there's a lot more new comments.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's an awesome gold strap, man.
Thank you.
See, I told you guys I've got this effect box, and it does all these sounds, and people dig it. So we do it, you know. And it's a podcast, so it it helps. Really quickly, I mean, yeah, let's talk about your guitar for a second. I noticed you've got some endorsements, and I noticed you have an endorsement with the Nut Buster. That's something we were talking about a couple weeks ago on one of my other shows, because I do a guitar show.
Yeah.
So what is the Nut Buster?
So I have an SG. I bought it brand new in 2016 when it first came out. I'm a huge Tony Iommi fan, and I love 7-string guitars. They finally did a run of 7-string SGs, limited run of like 300 in white and 300 in black. Now, I was looking for some type, because I love whammy bars and whatnot. I had a custom-made Stets bar for it from Eric Stets bar, who actually makes them out of New York, the guy who invented it. And using a tremolo system, you know how difficult that'd be, getting out of tune all the time. I wanted to look for some type of system that could keep it in tune without permanently modifying the headstock. So pretty much what the Nut Buster is, it's a floating locking, not tuning system, but it's like a floating locking nut. And you could fine tune because it has fine tuners on it. But if you didn't want to like drill into your own headstock to kind of, that ruins like the value of your guitar, permanently modifies it. It's a good alternative to like a locking Floyd nut. So it basically sits behind the nut, like above the nut, closer to the tuners, and it floats. It floats in the air. You lock them in, and it works exactly the same as a Floyd Rose.
There, right there.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Oh, and that's your guitar right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Very good. Yeah, there you are. You guys, make sure to check out Plastic Culture's website. It's plasticcultureofficial.com. Let's see, where's the home? There we go. Hey, let's talk about this.
Okay, sure.
You'll be playing at the NAMM show, the ADJ Arena Plaza Stage, Anaheim Convention Center, January 28th, 2024, Anaheim, California. That's a pretty good gig.
Yeah, thank you. We're pretty stoked. This is actually like our first year performing at NAMM, so we're pretty stoked on it.
Mm-hmm.
Same as you, we've been going for years, but
yeah,
like
we've been going for
this
a while.
year or next year we're going to perform it.
Yeah, we submitted to do it because like they pick you, and we decided to do it. I think you did actually for us. Like this year, he sent it in, and I think that's dope. We got picked, so we're really excited to perform it.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. The NAMM show is a lot of fun.
It is.
And yeah, this will be like my 10th or 11th year. I think my 10th year, but there was no in-person show of 21. I think there was 20, 21 there was no in-person, and then after that it got kind of weird. It was like
online.
It was like there was one online, and then when it went back to NAMM in person, it wasn't in January. It was like in March or in June, or it was really like it kind of threw a lot of people off.
Yeah.
But I think this year, because I'll be there starting January 24th. January 24th, I'll be there. And it's an amazing show. It's basically a convention for musical instruments. A lot of artists are there, a lot of musical technology stuff. And to play live, that's great exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it is. It
So
is.
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And I'll be there. Literally, I'll be in the audience.
Awesome.
Thanks,
We're
Johnny.
gonna come and say hi to you then.
Yeah. Grab a
Wow,
bite, a beer or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great, you guys. So let's see. So how many like right now, like what you've got the shows coming up. What's the next step for Plastic Culture?
You want to take it? You want to go?
Well, we're gonna start recording some stuff. We actually have some songs that we're gonna re-record. I think like 1 or 2, and then we have a new one that we're gonna record.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be hitting the studio pretty soon while we're doing shows. So that's
Yeah.
kind of what we're. What would you say?
That's one of the things. We're gonna have another feature with K-Rock, and that's gonna be for April 27th. We're gonna be direct supporting Smash Mouth and Everclear. But aside from that, we want to branch out. So now we want to kind of dominate the coast, up and down California. So we got OC on lockdown. We want to go up to San Francisco. We're in the middle of locking in a show, I think in June or July, with a festival up there.
Yeah, a lot of festivals
Yeah.
for 2024. It looks like for us, we're doing a lot, which is cool. I'm
Yeah.
very excited.
We're heading into San Bernardino as well for our first casino show at the Yamava. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we're moving into Arizona and kind of moving into Nevada, just starting to branch out and dominate the states nearby.
Yeah, play a little bit more than we have over there, like
Mhm.
because we really haven't touched that area too much.
The only outside show we've done out of California was in New Mexico for the UFO festival last year, which was cool because like they paid for our travel and everything, and our like hotel, and like brought us out. That was really fun.
Yeah, the festival was pretty cool. It was
Yeah.
good, and we were like different from what they normally get, so the crowd was really cool. It was a cool experience. Like
Mhm.
they seemed to really like the rock and the reggae mix.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. And the country crowd.
Big Bear too. Big Bear's another area that's kind of further out, but not too far out. But they love us in Big Bear too. Big
Yeah.
Bear's pretty cool.
Right on. Yeah. So the festivals, that's the way to go. Is to play festivals. So that's congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I wish I was playing festivals. That'd be amazing. Cool. Well, right on, you guys. Let's see in the chat. Any questions for Plastic Culture? Let us know.
Yes, we do have a YouTube channel. It's Plastic Culture Official. Thank you, Peggy.
There we go. Hey, Peggy. Yeah, all their links are down below in the description of this video. You guys are on Instagram. I know that because we collaborated on Instagram post earlier today.
Mhm.
You're not on Twitter.
No,
we're not.
Right?
Yeah.
Were you on Twitter before? A lot of people left Twitter. A lot of people got mad and split. I love Twitter. Let me just say, I've been on Twitter since 2008 or 2009, and I tweet all day long, every day. And
2008 or 2009, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I was
this
like
channel. This channel has been since 2006.
That's crazy. I was
I'm
like,
one of the
great.
original YouTube channels.
That's really
Nice.
cool.
That's fun.
You're like an OG.
Emoji.
Applause myself. It's
No, but-
well, I mean, we're struggling to get to 11,000 subscribers, but no, it's no, the internet's awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great tool for networking, seriously.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we met. We wouldn't have met if it wasn't for the internet. And then we're going to meet at the NAMM show, January 28th.
Yes. January
Yeah,
28th.
January 28th.
Is it? Yeah, that's going to be great. Yeah. So in the chat, in the chat, any questions, comments? Johnny is the godfather of YouTube channels. Thank you, music. Janice has played festivals. Right on, Janice. Right on. Let's see. I know you guys can see the chat. Questions for Plastic Culture. Let's see if I can think of a question. How often do you guys write together? How often do you write songs?
So my philosophy and hers is quality over quantity. You don't have to write a bunch of songs. Like, honestly, you should put your focus on putting out your best material, because the game has changed. It's completely changed. It's about singles now. Nobody releases albums. You have, you know, more options as a consumer now to like just hear exactly what you want to hear and nothing else. It sucks, and it's good and it's bad, because as a creative, you're always trying to put out your best work. You know what I mean? Especially when you're putting money into marketing, studio time, everything. I mean, studio musicians, it's her and I, but we get like really, really good studio musicians to like fill in for the drums, for horns, whatever else, you know. But we have a few songs, a few new ones that we're really, really confident in. And we have a game plan, like long-term and short-term goals, to put them out and kind of get the most out of them. I think the best way to look at it is kind of like, I know everybody has an opinion on them, and mine is probably similar to yours, but Greta Van Fleet, right? They put out, I think, 4 singles or so and 1 song hit. And that's what kind of, you know, got them moving, even if they're really redundant and sound a lot like Led Zeppelin. But
I've actually never heard them.
Really?
But no, I've never heard them, but I keep hearing they sound like Led Zeppelin. So I kind of feel like I've heard them. I kind of feel like I've heard it, but
in a bad way, in the sense of like they're not even trying to hide it, but then they deny it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like in today's game as a creative, it's not about just putting out a song every month. You want to put out good songs that are like going to catch somebody's ear. You know, like they're catchy, they're quality. You're doing something different. You got to like find a good balance. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, Kingdom Come, that's true.
Yeah.
And you know what's sad? They got a lot of shit.
They did.
But
you brought that up to me, saying like they got hated on in the 80s because they were like a ripoff, you know?
Yeah.
But then this band got huge in like 2020, whatever, you know, sounding like being kind of a ripoff, you know?
Yeah.
Like a ripoff. But
it's different, you know, I guess. And what he's trying to say is we do write as much as we can, but we're really hard on ourselves.
We are.
We're always changing the song or trying to add stuff or take away some stuff that we think is fit. So sometimes we're our own worst enemy with that. But I feel like with me personally too, I don't like to just put out a song right away. I like to sit on it, work on it for a little bit.
To agree with, I think it was Matt. Matt's correct. The competition's crazy. You're not just competing with music too. You're competing with all sorts of entertainment today. I mean, why come out to somebody's show if they could sit at home and watch something on Hulu or Netflix that they really want? Yeah, you know, so you got to put shit out there that's really catching people's ear and that's really, really good, because the competition is hot.
Yeah,
it's hot, right? So
it's everything. Like I was saying earlier, everybody has a recording studio. I mean, in their pocket with their phone.
Yeah.
And it's all. I mean, entertainment is everything now. Like you were saying, you got the streaming, you got Netflix, you got video gaming. Like I was just saying, I play video games live on Twitch every night, and that's entertainment. If I get 6 people over there watching me, it's a win. You know, because if I went out and played, you know, at a local bar here, you know, I don't know if I could even get that many people.
That's super
you know,
yeah,
that's true.
I mean, look at this. We got 31 people here right now. You guys are awesome. Smash that thumbs up.
Thanks.
See, this is awesome. You know. Yeah. So yeah, you want to put out your best work, but it's great now because you can get ideas from anywhere. You can create songs, and it's not just music. I mean, you become like a brand. Like with what I do here, I'm a musician. I play guitar. I've been in bands. I've done all sorts of touring and stuff or whatever. But I've been doing like the talk show thing, the podcast thing on YouTube for the past like 8 years, 9 years or whatever, you know? So this is kind of like what I've been doing, but I would love to be in a band. I would love to be out there playing festivals. I mean, that just sounds like, I was in a band. We played South by Southwest one year in Austin, Texas.
Nice.
So that's kind of a festival. So I kind of know the festival stage and stuff, but I would love to be doing that stuff myself. But it's awesome that you guys are doing that, and it's all entertainment. You know, you can be creative with your marketing, with your Instagram posts, your TikTok. Are you guys on TikTok?
No.
We're
we don't
not
use
actually
it.
on TikTok, but we've been told to get on it a lot.
We can only use Instagram. That's our main thing is really Instagram, and that's been working
Mhm.
really well. So we're using that. Like
Cool.
you got to find like a fine line as a creative of what you want to be and what you want to do. Do you want to be an influencer, or do you want to be like, I know like people today that are like in the music or kind of YouTube scene, whatever, like they're YouTubers and they're like podcasters, and they put themselves out there a lot. Like that's good because you want to go out and like reach as many people as possible. But then you start to kind of like you get looked at a little differently. You know what I mean? Like our whole thing is we want to make music and be presented as a legit artist. Like we don't want to like be an influencer. Also, we like our privacy too. You know what I mean? Like that's something that a lot of people don't have anymore because like everybody wants you to be on every fucking little app and everything, and everybody wants you to
Yeah.
like always sell yourself 24/7. And it's like that's it's kind of refreshing to just back up and be like, it's not us, you
I do
know?
kind of like the mysterious, like Jim Morrison type of vibe, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that's,
Mm-hmm.
I like that as well.
Did you guys see the movie?
I
The
did.
Doors?
Yeah.
A good family friend of ours, of my parents, was in that film.
Wow.
Really?
He was the Native American.
Was
in the
he?
film.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Was it for the first one with Val Kilmer or
Yeah,
the
Yes.
the Oliver Stone one, right?
Yeah.
The Val Kilmer one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure. Cool.
Yeah,
That's
he
really
was
cool.
in that. He was telling us stories about doing that movie
That's cool. That's really
years ago. Yeah, yeah. So I would just say, as far as like social media and all that stuff, yeah, if you're doing, if you're a band, if you're whatever it is, a brand. I mean, Plastic Culture is your brand.
Yeah.
I would say, well, you're on Instagram, which is great, but TikTok is a really big thing. And I know a lot of people are terrified of it. They're thinking all sorts of stuff. But the thing is, you can get, well, I'm sure you guys know this already. You can get your
Yeah.
music on there.
right.
You can be creating posts. You can have other people sharing your music out there and just spreading, your stuff without you even doing anything.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
But Instagram is very similar to that as well. So if you know how to run Instagram, TikTok is a similar type of thing. Let me just say, I don't watch regular TV. Like I look at Instagram.
Oh.
I mean TikTok. Well, both. Everything. My brain is so fried from doing these shows all the time. See, I love doing this stuff though. I love being on. I love being on camera, but it's just it's a weird thing. Janice, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Janice. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. You guys follow Plastic Culture on Instagram. Link is down below. I know that. But is it at Plastic Culture?
It is, yeah. 1C.
Together.
1C. I heard you say that on the other interview I was listening to.
Yeah, I always gotta say that because everybody's like, I tried to do this. Like, no, it's just 1C.
1C. That's a good. That's awesome. Cool. Well, hey, anything you wanna add? Your next show?
You want to do it?
Well, technically, our next show is gonna be the NAMM show, January 28th. So we're excited about that. But after that, February 23rd, San Pedro, we're gonna be playing with a band called Long Beach Dub All Stars, and then the big show, April 27th, direct supporting Everclear and Smash Mouth.
Yeah, April 27th,
wow.
Santa Fe Springs, California. And we are in the middle of working on a few other ones as well. Yamava.
That's confirmed too, but that's like way out.
That's way
so,
out, August 25th or something.
I'm just talking about the ones in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, hey, Plastic Culture, Eddie, Kaitlin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And definitely keep in touch.
Thanks, everyone.
Keep in touch. I know. Well, I've got you, Eddie. I've got you on the net. So keep in touch, you guys. I will see you guys at the NAMM show.
At her.
And I might stream. Actually, I do a lot of live streaming from the NAMM show, walking around,
cool.
going to
nice.
different booths and stuff. So I'll stream your show. So we'll get you guys out there some more.
Oh, somebody's hometown's in San Pedro,
Oh, nice. Come out,
huh?
man.
Nice.
February 24th.
Home of the
Sorry.
Minutemen. Nice.
San Pedro,
Yes.
my hometown. Right on,
Oh,
Matt's
Los
Tube
Angeles.
of You.
Yeah.
Right
And
on, you
yes,
guys.
we are on Spotify, Keith. It's just Plastic Culture. 2 C's though.
Two
Separated.
C's.
Plastic culture.
2 C's. You got to hold it like this, both like this though. C's.
Yes, or it won't work.
Cool, you guys. Well, hey, thank you so much, and don't hang up yet. Don't hang up. We'll say goodbye offline. You guys, thank you. Thanks for watching. All the links, Plastic Culture's links, are down below in the description here on YouTube. And if you're watching us on Facebook, come over to YouTube, please. Thank you to all our channel members. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows. I will see you guys tomorrow from Guitar Center. And no, I don't work there. Although people think I should be. Yeah, actually, I do these live streams from Guitar Center all the time.
No.
And I do like reviews of guitars and stuff. So
Nice. Okay.
that's what I do on Mondays. So I'll see you guys from Guitar Center tomorrow. And Plastic Culture, thank you again. Don't hang up.
Hey guys.
Thank you.
You guys, follow them on Instagram. Click on their website. Listen to them on Spotify. Buy their merch. Go to their shows. And you guys will have to come back. Well, I'll talk to you guys when I see you at the NAMM show.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We'll talk.
And thank
So-
you, Ron. Thank
Thank
you,
you, Ron.
everybody in the chat. Thank
Thank
you,
you, everyone.
Johnny. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Johnny Bean TV. Bye-bye.